It's time for a celebration, y'all. Well, Pat McAfee, it's been real, bud. You came in, ruined the best storyline we had for WrestleMania, and got right out of here. Well, let me tell you, like my grandmother used to tell me, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. Yo, did y'all hear the news? Pat McAfee decides to remove himself not only from the Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton situation, he's removing himself from WWE completely. This is crazy, man. I know bro was an NFL Hall of Famer or something like that, but if you ask me, this was the greatest putt that I think I've ever seen from the guy. Now, shout out to WrestleOps on X. It says Pat McAfee reportedly dropped out of the Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton storyline, which has led to WWE scrapping the angle. This, as such, has led to WWE dropping the tag match at Backlash 2026 that would have seen Jelly Roll team with Cody Rhodes against McAfee and Orton. The negative fan reaction to his involvement was reportedly a key factor in McAfee's decision to leave the story. Man, this is great news. Just one thing, we got about 482 more celebrities we need to start getting out of WWE. Summertime's coming up. I'm trying to get my body right. I gotta go on a diet. So if you ask me, I think we should start removing Jelly Roll next. All of that. WrestleMania 40 snoozed and came and went, but with all the crap that's been going on, I see it's still leaving a stench. So there were reports that Mania over the weekend was one of the highest grossing events in WWE history. Now, some people might be surprised by that, but I'm not. This company has ran hundreds of commercials, thousands of ads, unlimited sponsors, and astronomical ticket prices. $30 on the ESPN app as well. So yeah, I get it. You made a lot of money off the fans this weekend. But the real question is, how long can you keep this up? For the life of me, I cannot figure out. Does WWE do professional wrestling or do they do professional plumbing? Every time you turn around, they're trying to drain the fans' bank accounts. And this is crazy, dog. Regular people can't even afford to go to these shows anymore. And if you're able to afford to go to a show, good luck, because it doesn't end there. If you plan on going to the concession stand and eating some of this slop they want to call food, be prepared, because these prices they're charging should be criminal. $25 for bottled water, $50 for parking, $60 for resort fees, $43 for pizza slices, $42 for a burger, and $142 for some steak. $40 for a few slices of pizza is crazy, man. People are hitting the concession stands and getting food that they probably wouldn't even pass out at the penitentiary. Meanwhile, you look at the credit card statement, it looks like they've been to a 5-star restaurant like Philippe Childs or something like that. Man, you don't need a driver license. You don't need to know how to drive to know that WWE is getting away with highway robbery. And speaking of a shame, look at the viewership numbers for WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 on ESPN. Night 1 pulled in 1.6 million. Night 2 pulled in 1.8 million. You mean to tell me you couldn't get people to watch WrestleMania for free? Not too long ago, Crackdown was doing these type of numbers on a regular basis every week. WrestleMania 40 snooze might have all-time tickets and merch sales, highest gross whatever, but it also has an all-time bad creative decisions over the weekend. But hey, look at the bright side. WrestleMania 43 is in Saudi Arabia next year, and we might have our first feud that's starting to brew. So Ric Flair went on Ariel Helwani's podcast and explained why we haven't seen him around in WWE in a long time. I'm gonna show y'all this.
I didn't get invited to WrestleMania this year. I threatened to beat up Tiffany Stratton's husband last year. I wasn't allowed to go. A 24-year-old kid being threatened by a 76-year-old man, and I can't go to WrestleMania. Are you kidding me? That English kid, he's going to go as far in wrestling as a net. He'll be a fly on the wall in a year.
What happened there?
Well, they had that thing, where Tiffany made a smart remark about Ashley's divorces. which we both know she's not smart enough to have written. Somebody gave her a script. And then he implied that, I'm just going based on social media, once again, which there's a lot, that he was implying that he wouldn't bum one off Ashley. And I went, okay, I need your number. I got it, which I can get anybody's number I want any minute of any day. And I called him. I said, hey, when I see you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. So he went like a little bitch, told Hunter, and I wasn't allowed to go.
So let me get this right. Flair tells Ludwig Kaiser, I need that fade. Ludwig Kaiser snitches and runs and tells Triple H. Man, Ludwig Kaiser's like 35. Flair is like, he's like 77 or something like that. My bad, y'all. I'm just scrolling to see if I could find an exterminator. Oh! Why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because I smell a rat! Now, I guess we all know why he switched his gimmick to El Grande Americano so he could throw on a mask and duck the fade from the Nature Boy. This ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. Then, now, and never again. Dynamite started off with MJF and the Jet. Kevin Knight, man, this was a fire segment. Even though it was a bit confusing, I'm gonna be honest. The AEW police, don't be knocking at my door. I'm just a little bit confused. MJF, the top of the card. MJF, the top of the line. MJF, the best wrestler AEW has on their roster. Goes from beating Kenny Omega, goes from a classic with Hangman Adam Page, Texas Death Match, all the way to get squashed by Darby Allin, and in a TNT title match with Kevin Knight. Okay, man, I'm gonna let Tony Khan cook. He's been consistent enough to, I could at least give him the benefit of the doubt, man. I know it's gonna be a fire match. I know what the AEW sickos are telling me, Bobby Monsoon, but the four pillars. The four pillars of AEW. MJF didn't get a TNT title. Okay, whatever, bro. I get it, dog. Kind of. I think MJF, man, I think he needs to be in the AEW title picture. To just go on to have all these classics to, out of nowhere, he's fighting Kevin Knight. All right, bro, we're going to see what happens. I think Tony Khan might have booked himself into a corner just a tad bit, y'all. Think about it. If Kevin Knight wins, that means MJF lost to Darby Allin and lost to Kevin Knight back-to-back after he literally just told us this is going to be the best version of MJF we've ever seen. Okay. If he wins, now we got a new TNT champion, MJF. Wow. I don't know how to feel about this, y'all. I know we're going to get a fire match. I know we're going to get a banger match. I know we're going to get a 5-star whatever match, dog. I just think MJF just needs to be in the AEW title picture. If he's not in the title picture, have him in some crazy emaborate storyline like the storyline with the devil and all of that. But putting him in the TNT title picture, it's like, come on, man. I feel like there's other people in the mid-card that could use a shot at the TNT title, man. But they was about to have the match right there. MJF, he gets out the ring and tells them next week, chump. So that was kind of funny, man. So, you know what I mean? Next week, we got Kevin Knight versus MJF for the TNT title. So I'm very interested in seeing what happens with this. You know what I mean? I'm very interested. After that, you got Brody King going over Lio Rush. I'm happy Lio Rush is on Dynamite. I know the gimmick, you either love it or hate it right now, but the gimmick has a lot of people talking online, man. Me, personally, I'm liking Leo Rush gimmick, man. I think it could grow a lot of legs. I think it could go far, man. I think this could be one of the most underrated gimmicks in AEW right now. It just got to be booked good, dog. He just got to be consistently on Dynamite. He got to be in some type of storylines, and they got to go take a risk with the gimmick, man. Brody King goes over. He grabs the mic. He lets everybody know, especially Darby Allin, Tommaso Ciampa, that he wants that AEW championship. He don't care who wins the main event. He's coming for him. So we're going to see how that plays out later on in the night. After that, you got a segment with the Ricochet and the Demand going at it with Chris Jericho, man. Chris Jericho had to hire some help, and we all predicted this right. He hired some help within the Hurt Syndicate. It's going to be fire, man. The Hurt Syndicate is going to be helping out Chris Jericho. I think on Collision, we might be getting a 6-man tag match, if I'm not mistaken. The Hurt Syndicate versus the Demand. This should be fire, man. Chris Jericho and Ricochet seems like they're going to be running their match back at Double or Nothing. I think this is going to be fire. I think the storyline is going to cook between Dynamite and Collision over the next few weeks, and they'll have the match at Double or Nothing. That should be a banger, and I'm expecting Chris Jericho to go over. After that, you got Adam Copeland cutting a chilling promo, man. He raised the stakes all the way to the ceiling for Double or Nothing. He tells FTR, man, y'all the best in the world. You sure about that? Okay, cool. Let's run the fade back. Double or Nothing. But we're going to do a New York street fight. Not only that, you win, me and Christian Cage would never be a team again. Oh my God, the stakes couldn't be higher. The stakes couldn't be higher, man. It's like, so far, this is the #1 match I'm looking forward to at Double or Nothing, man. It's like, we're going to get one or two things. We're either going to get a feel-good moment of Christian Cage, Adam Copeland once again holding gold after many moons where they haven't held gold as a tag team, at least, to being heartbroken to know that we're probably never going to see these two as a tag team ever again. Oh my God, man. I don't even know what to predict at this point, man. FTR is just, they've been performing on a different level now, man. I think Adam Copeland shouldn't have did this stipulation. My man Stokely, because he stole the Rolly, like my man Sir Smoke-A-Lot said, man, I don't know, man. FTR is looking dangerous right now. I would not be surprised if they win this match, but New York Street Fight tag team match, this is going to be fire, y'all. Next, we got Hikaru Shida versus Mina Shirakawa. Hikaru Shida goes over, man, and Chris Statlander is with Shida. I'm guessing they're about to do a tag team or a faction. I don't know. This is a cool match, man. A lot of people are wondering, man, who took out Tony Storm? And there's growing more and more speculation that it was actually Mina Shirakawa, but we'll see how that plays out, man. It could be a plethora of women. They could go really a lot of directions with this, so we'll see what happens. Chris Statlander, I wish I could see her wrestling again, man. It seems like since she lost the title and since she lost the rematch with Tekla, she's been kind of like been just roaming around the roster, man. We haven't gotten no real developments. We haven't seen her in no real storylines outside of whatever she's doing now with Shida. So, man, I hopefully we can see Chris Statlander back on the main roster in some matches, man. Next, you got Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis from the Don Callis family. My man Mark Davis doing what he do best, causing damage. This match was fire, man. Oh, man. Will Ospreay, he deserves an Oscar, a Golden Globe, something like that. The selling was next level. Like I always say, I haven't seen selling like this since, like, Shawn Michaels from back in the day, man. Will Ospreay, he's just selling the neck injury the whole time. I said this on X, or I think I said it on my live, like, bro, it's to the point where I gotta kind of tell myself, like, all right, I'm watching wrestling. I can't get too mad at AEW because he's doing his part, like just selling the neck over and over and over. Mark Davis, he does the power driver in the ring, power driver on the apron. He's trying to literally rip Will Ospreay's neck off his shoulders, man. Don Callis made the call, and Mark Davis is delivering. It even got to the point where the referee had to stop the match, bro. Will Ospreay couldn't feel no feeling in his hands. They had to stop the match. Mark Davis said it ain't enough. He runs him into the ring. He's about to power drop him one last time to put an end to Will Ospreay's career, but the weirdest thing happened, y'all. The Death Riders come out. They stop Mark Davis from actually causing damage. Mark Davis, he get up out of there. They take Will Ospreay. Claudio Castagnoli puts him on his shoulders and they head to the back room. Now, I don't know what happened to Will Ospreay. I don't know if they put him in a trunk. I don't know if they got him in the basement. I don't know if they got him in some type of warehouse or store. I don't know what's going on. But, man, I like this though, man. I like some type of suspense. This is what I always complain about with Raw and Crackdown. Nothing happened for me want to watch next week, bro. I want to really see what happened with the Death Riders and Will Ospreay. What's going on, man? Are they going to beat Will Ospreay further, or are they going to heal Will Ospreay up? We seen Jon Moxley turn babyface. Is all the Death Riders going to be a little bit more babyface now? We'll see, man. Next, you got my man Samoa Joe back, beating up a jobber, doing what he does best, man. Now, at the end, it was a little bit confusing. Once again, I meant to bring this on my live, but I forgot, man. At the end of the segment, I'm thinking Hook and Samoa Joe is supposed to be beefing, but they wind up dapping it up at the top of the entrance, so is Samoa Joe still with the Ops? He doesn't have beef with Hook or anything like that. I'm a little bit confused about that. So let me know in the comments if I'm missing something or whatever, because I could have swore Hook and Samoa Joe was about to go into a program together, but Hook came out and greeted Samoa Joe and everything seems like on the up and up, so whatever. After that, you got Tommaso Ciampa versus Darby Allin. And this is an AEW World Championship match, like I told y'all, bro. Like I told y'all, Darby Allin beating MJF is one thing. Darby Allin beating MJF in a squash match, that's what really made me go nuclear. Seriously, dog. Darby Allin winning, okay, I could make some sense out of that. Bro is fire. Bro could put on great matches. Bro put his body on the line. I could respect that, dog. I just hate squash matches when the title is so... for the AEW Championship, dog, the title should mean so much more, man. But I gotta give it to the AEW sickos. I think Kim, if I'm not mistaken, my man, or maybe it's a female, I'm not sure, but Kim in my chat said that MJF just has a history of getting squashed. He said Brody King squashed him, Darby Allin squashed him, and some other people. And that's literally the only response that I heard that I'm like, okay, maybe that makes a little bit of sense. I still don't like it like that, but that's the one thing I heard that might make sense. But Darby Allin and Tommaso, I knew they have a banger, man. And this is an AEW Championship match. Tommaso tried to kill Darby Allin. He's on the second rope. He does some type of avalanche slam onto the straight mat, dog. Oh my God, this was crazy, man. Tommaso Ciampa, face full of blood, bleeding like a stuffed pig, man. It was crazy. We all know Darby Allin pulled it off, though, man. Darby Allin actually made Tommaso tap out, bro. Made him tap out, put the Scorpion Deathlock on him. It was over, bro. Darby Allin retains, and next week he has Brody King. So Tony Khan is putting Darby Allin through the ringer. Tommaso, Brody King, crazy, man. I heard Darby Allin already beat Brody King, so you know he's going to beat him next week. Brody King went for the title twice. He's going to lose twice, I guess, man. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. Even Dynamite's still fire, dog. I take Dynamite over WrestleMania after Raw after WrestleMania 100 times over. The worst match, Mina Shirakawa versus Shida. I take that match over literally everything WWE did. I don't even like comparing because it's not even fair, but Dynamite was solid, man. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to Double or Nothing, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. What do you think about WrestleMania being the highest gross, the highest robbery in WrestleMania history? Also, let me know what you think about Ric Flair versus Ludwig Kaiser, WrestleMania 43. It's crazy, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, though. I see y'all Friday for Crackdown. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!